and maybe even, just knock out the last 6 weeks of your long runs and your training block leading into your marathon, and then even just go to your marathon and race in it. Okay, so you can kind of do a little. And the testing is done for the Brooks Hyperion Elite 3. There it is. All right, soak it in a neutral, road racing shoe. Oh, carbon plate in that big. Wow, let's actually do it right now, everybody. I'm going to put that plate, again, I don't have all the right tools in the studio to test that plate, but the rigidity, I'm putting it on the firmer side. So it's not, like I'm putting some pretty crazy for strength. I'm getting in the gym more these days. Some strength and force into that bend test. So it's pretty solid, pretty stout. It's the opposite of, like the New Balance, the New Balance. There it is on your screen right now. Why am I drawing? Where is it? It's the purple monster. There it is. This guy right here. RC Elite. There we go. RC Elite from New Balance. Okay, here we go. Diving in. 35 in the heel, 27 in the forefoot. All right, let's put it on the scale. In my size, we are looking, I think it's 7.4 ounces, which is not the greatest for a carbon plate. So there's my score. Pretty rough, everybody. That's over an ounce heavier than the Asics Metaspeed Sky, Nike Next Percent 2. So I mean, over an ounce, that's a lot, everyone. So that's why the score is not doing so hot. There you have it. Quick knit upper. Where to even begin with the upper? It's a little thick. Okay, I just gotta call it as it is. Brooks, we're trying. You know what? It reminds me of the Flyknit from Nike from 3 years ago. Okay, so they're to the touch, to the feel, to the breathability, it just feels a little behind the times. I'm just, again, calling it as it is. The heel counter is, it's definitely flexible. And, I'm not expecting incredible comfort when it comes to the upper as a whole with respect to a racing shoe. I'm not looking for high comfort scores, but I don't know. This collar is not getting me too excited at this point. Let's do hold on here. What's going on? Semi-gusset, full gusset. I guess you could put it into the full gusset category. Now, here's what's crazy. Again, these laces, I don't know if they're borrowing. So isn't Brooks out of Seattle? Nike's out of Portland. I don't know if Brooks is borrowing a page from Nike, but these laces, remember the Nike Next Percent Original? Those laces that had I know this is a very small detail, but these laces were actually kind of difficult to, and you can always replace laces, but they were just hard to work with. It's like these little knobs, and the whole idea, I think, is to help with lockdown, but it was actually kind of hard to cinch down and lace up this shoe because the laces were just almost too over-engineered, if you will. See those little ridges on the laces? Anyway, small detail, Brooks, but I'm not sure it's totally necessary to have this amount of, or this, that type of design into your shoe laces. So lockdown, there's my score. Fine, I just struggled a little bit getting the right lockdown through the testing, and the overall score, it's just like, it's just too thick. It's just the material's just feels a little behind the times. DNA Flash, it's an ultralight, nitrogen-infused, EVA-based midsole foam, okay? And again, that plate, a little bit on the firmer side. That's why the scores are not quite, you know, it was a good energy return, but definitely not the highest when it comes to other carbon plates that I have tested in the last, 9 to 12 months. There you have it. And now here's the deal. The overall score for the midsole is solid because of durability. I think, and actually, oh yeah, here we go. Come on now. Here, I'm predicting, I'm gonna go like 45, maybe not, I don't know. Oh, 43, I like that, but it might be, let's see, yeah, we're gonna go 43 here, let's just do one more. 50, interesting, okay, that's interesting, hold on, let me try and get one more. Okay, so depending on where I'm doing it, it's jumping between 43, okay, that's 42 and a half. We're going to go 43, okay? So it might be in between that, like that 43 to 50 range, but it just is getting a little in that thumb test. Yeah, I mean, anyway, it's not bad. So again, that overall score is going to be decent because I think the high durability. So I think the shoes, out of all the carbon plates that I've tested, again, in the last 9 to 12 months, I think this is going to have the highest durability prediction, I would say almost by far, where that midsole is not going to break down quite as quickly compared to some others out there like the Puma Faster Nitro Elite that I tested not too long ago. Outsole, there you have it. Nothing crazy, Yeah, I love it. Solid score. I love how it's totally exposed there through the midfoot, all right? Who knows, maybe a little more of a decoupled groove there in the future, Brooks, just to help bring the, bring the weight of the shoe down a little bit moving forward, all right? Fit, true to size, standard score, I would say, compared to some others, again, some other carbon plate shoes, that this is probably not as narrow as some others, like the Next Percent lineup, maybe the Endorphin Pro. Yeah, I'd say it's not wide by any means, but I didn't feel too snug by any means at all, especially through that toe box. Comfort, all right, there you have it. Not looking for crazy comfort with a racing shoe, but standard score of 7 out of 10. Durability prediction, all right, is my positive, and the drawback, it's just that upper, it's just too thick. I think high durability for the upper as well. So I'll be using this shoe as a long run shoe. Who is the best for rather than a racing shoe? Who's the best for if you want to buy a carbon plate shoe? But the price point, here we go in a second. If you want to buy a carbon plate shoe that's going to last you a while, I really think you could get some solid miles out of it, and maybe even, just knock out the last 6 weeks of your long runs and your training block leading into your marathon, and then even just go to your marathon and race in it, okay? So you can kind of do a little tweener action there with training and racing at $250. A little bit on the higher side at this point, which is exciting for us, the consumers. Some of the companies are putting out $220 carbon plate shoes at this point, $225. So $250 is actually a little bit on the higher end. So who knows, that's why the score is not quite as epic there. All right, other shoes to buy: Saucony Endorphin Pro Plus and the Puma Faster Nitro Elite, just because those are the most recent ones that I've tested. We're kind of all just waiting. Actually, I'm still testing the Ultra Zero Drop carbon plate shoe from 2022. Shoe quick specs for the Hyperion Elite 3. There you have it, 35 and 27. Okay, quick knit upper, DNA flash, that just standard rubber on the outsole, and again, that $250 price point. Woo! By a nose, Brooks sneaking into the sevens. Okay, so a little bit of a lower score for carbon shoe in the studio. All right, there you have it. Thanks for watching. Comment of the day, question of the day: who is racing this weekend? If you already raced, how did it go? Okay, tell us a good story. What was the distance? What was your A goal, B goal? All right, let us know. It's racing season. It is on, everybody. Actually, it's almost state. Yeah, it's almost like state track. All right, if you're in high school, let us know. Like, are you getting ready for state track? Maybe you've already done state track or regionals. Let us know that as Will. Comment of the day, shout out to Will. This is pulled from a couple days ago. Will was asking some questions. Here you go, Will. How does running that hard, talking about the FKT this past week, how does running that hard and fast affect you when training? What does it take out of you, and how does it affect your recovery in preparation for a major race? Or is that just a typical hard day hard? Will, it messes me up. It makes me very tired. Will, I'm standing here and I'm aching all over. All right, Will. But that's the beauty of FKTs is it forces you to put yourself out there. And here's the beauty, Will. It's like, that's why I love the trails. It's a little more, is nonchalant the best way to put, like, it's trail running and racing. I take it seriously, but it's different than roads, where roads, you have to be almost like really, really precise in your training. Trails, I think you can go out and maybe have a little more loosey-goosey fun out there, kind of putting yourself out there. Whereas on the roads, like, I have to be so dialed in to really specific workouts. And so anyway, Will, it's a good question, but just to answer it forthrightly, like, it messes you up. Like, I'm just hurting. I'm aching all over as I stand here talking in the studio. All right, Will, thanks for tuning in. We will toss it to the carbon fiber plate playlist. Carbon fiber plate playlist. Right there, right there, right there. All right? Onward and upward. Seek beauty, work hard, and love each other. See you tomorrow.